Hello everyone, it is me again already, even though I said wouldn't see me for like 6 months. But I was gonna go to sleep, but I figured since my niece is sleeping downstairs and my brother went to work like an hour or two ago, I figured I would make a video while I had at least one thing to talk about, which is Hollow Live, obviously. Since I don't know if I would say like I truly care. I was gonna say like Hollow Life's like the only thing I care about in life anymore, but I don't know if care is the right word. But I don't know. Um. Oh, was that the whole level? But anyways, a few days ago, um, I made a little Twitter thread talking about how like I've liked Hollow Life for a while. I've liked VTubers for a while. Like ever since like Kazuna I for like was first like getting popular, I guess. I don't know if it's AI or just like right? I don't know. But anyways, back when she was like getting popular, I was seeing like clips and shit of her on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, I'm a fan of that. It just like grew over the years, where I started seeing clips of like the Japanese members of Hollow Live once that became a thing. I don't know what the first like group was, the first generation, but I remember seeing clips of like Fubuki and Korone and Okayu and probably others, most likely others that I'm just forgetting. Hachima. Um, and that's I don't know. Then I guess it just kept going from there. I just kept seeing more and more clips until a year or two ago. I just like really started getting into them. I guess because of probably because of TikTok. Because I started using TikTok, and then like TikTok just gives me fucking VTuber clips, and so now that I was seeing them like a lot more, I'm like, wait, I'm actually like, I love VTubers now. Um, so, so yeah, big fan. Not just Hollow Live, but I guess mostly Hollow Live. Though I do like some of the indies like Doki and Mint, and now obviously like Nimi and Saba and Doobie. And like there are a couple on TikTok that I follow that are pretty small. Like there's one called Q, like Kyu. And her model is I think supposed to be like a cloud server or something. I don't know. I like her voice, and there's just some others. Um, yeah, but anyways, for as long as I've liked VTubers, and especially like with Hololive, with how I've been really into them for a year or two, even though I only watch clips and don't watch streams that much. I never really got into like the music side very much. I never paid attention to it, other than getting recommended like songs when like one of the groups, had a new song drop, and Navrissa, because Navrissa's songs are pretty good. Um, where am I going? But yeah, I just never really paid attention to it very much until recently, I suppose. I started getting more into like their songs, their music, like with Advent. Big fan of Advent, but like apparently I never knew about their second original song Sirens until like a week or two ago. And that song is so good. I love it. But I don't know how, like it's almost a year old and I just never knew it existed. Um and I don't know, I just want more English songs, I guess, right? Like I want songs that I can understand. But most of them, especially when they're like covering songs or something on their own channel, like solo songs, which I guess is what I want. I want solo songs because I want to hear like the specific member. I don't want to hear just a little bit of them in a group. Oh my god, This probably isn't loud on the recording, but like, but I'm tired. I can't think. They mostly just do Japanese songs, it seems. I don't know why. I did see not too long ago a comment on TikTok. No idea if it was true. I haven't looked into it at all. But they did say something about how, like, covering English songs or whatever is just expensive. And Hololive just, cover just don't got that type of money, I suppose. Don't know how true that is, but they do have a lot of Japanese songs, like Gigi and Shiori. As far as I can tell, they don't have a single like solo English song, whether it's original or a cover. Like they just have Japanese covers.
That's worse though, isn't it? That means nobody blew
And
up the petrol station. It just went off by itself.
fuck, I don't really want to play this game, but like I have to play a game. If I record just audio, I'm not gonna upload it, because I'm not gonna like record a game later and then put, because I'm just bad at that. Anyways, I just want to hear them more. Like I really like Gigi's voice, and then now that I've like once I found Sirens, I really like that. Like I want to hear more Bibu. I want to hear more Shiori. Like I'm good on Narissa. I like her voice, but like she already has a lot of music. Um, Now I want to hear Fuomoko as well, but they also have some songs. Um, I know they have at least one English song, one English cover. I actually don't know if they have more than that. They might. Oh, I'm dead. But yeah, I just want to hear their voices more. I like them. I want to hear them sing, but they just don't have songs. And I hope that, changes as time goes on. I assume it probably will, but like I don't fucking know. And now I don't know. I guess I should look at the tweets to see what exactly I said. See if I didn't mention something. Oh yeah, they have karaoke streams, I suppose, but like those don't get saved most of the time. I assume because of copyright issues. Though, like I'm sure that there are people just like recording them and either maybe just saving them for themselves or like uploading them other places. And I know like just the individual songs themselves, I'm pretty sure get uploaded. So like if I wanted to listen to the karaoke, I absolutely could. And actually, since I've made this tweet, like the karaoke is better than I think, I suppose. I've heard some good songs. These guys need to shut the fuck up. Why are the voices so loud? Yeah, I said in the tweet that like karaoke songs just weren't as, I don't know, as serious as I want. I guess I don't know if serious is the right word. Like I've heard some good ones since I tweeted this, but at the time I tweeted it, like I said, a lot of the ones I've heard, they're just like karaoke. You're just having fun. You're messing around. Like you're singing the song, but like you're not putting like your full effort into it most of the time. From like the ones that I've seen. But then that's not always true. It's like I've seen some since then, like Mint's cover of Break Stuff, really fucking good. And then Narissa, or I guess I don't know if it's considered a cover because it's like karaoke. But yeah, Break Stuff is good, and Narissa singing Hallelujah was really good. I'm pretty sure I've heard some others in the past few days that were pretty good. I just don't remember what they were right now. But it is just like not the same thing as like a fully like produced song, I guess. Which is what I want. What else did I say? Other than like speaking of Mint's break stuff cover, like we need more we need more unclean vocals, because that karaoke goes so fucking hard. We need more of that. Even though I mean Mint's not like Hollow Live, but still. Um, I guess that's it. I I also did mention how like this was a thread of 6 tweets, I think. Yeah, 6 tweets, all pretty much reaching the character limit, and that's pretty long for me. You know, normally if I want to tweet something that long, I voice tweet, but obviously can't fucking do that. Um, and I did mention on my last tweet how I didn't think that I would be able to like a year or two ago, I wouldn't have thought that I could tweet that much about something that wasn't depressing, you know? Because obviously, just like these videos, I'm depressing on fucking Twitter as well. Where I just talk about, well, I mean, not everything I talk about in these videos, but like my ex and like Annie, stuff like that. I talk about, obviously not in a while, so I don't have anything like new to say. You know, I haven't tweeted too much about any of that stuff. But yeah, I said I just didn't think I'd be able to tweet that much about something that wasn't sad. I am fucking garbage at this. Yeah, I don't want to play this fucking game, but I wanted to make a video, I guess, so here I am. But now, I guess I can upload it when I wake up, because I don't want to, like, I turn my computer off when I go to bed, and I don't want to, like, leave it on just to upload the video while I go to sleep, because the light's gonna, like, bother me and whatnot. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say, other than I've been playing Dark Souls 3 with Psycho. We're playing Seamless Co-op with the Convergence mod, and like it's all right, but like when I play through like a Dark Souls game, or maybe just like any game really, if I'm like doing a second playthrough and it's a game that has some sort of exploration, like it doesn't matter how many times I've played the game, I have to like explore every part of the map, you know, like I have to go everywhere, because like it just like bothers me if I don't, I guess. Like in Dark Cloud 2, for example, even though it doesn't have much exploration, like when you're in a dungeon and you get like the dungeon map, and you also get like the magic crystal or whatever that shows you where the chests and enemies are. Like even if I have those and I've killed all the enemies, I've opened all the chests, and I can see on the map that like if I go down like this really long fucking hallway to fill out the map, there's nothing there. If I go there, it's absolute pointless. It's just a waste of time. But I have to do it because it just annoys me if I don't. Even though once I leave the dungeon floor, like I'm never gonna see that map again. But like I have to do it. So same thing in like Dark Souls. When I'm playing through these games, like I want to explore everything. Doesn't matter how many times I've already played the game before. Like I don't remember where things are. That just is never committed to memory most of the time. At least for most items. There's some things obviously I'll know, but like the vast majority of items that are just around the map, like I don't know what the fuck they are, so I have to go pick them up and find out. But apparently Psycho does not play like that. And I say apparently as if I don't know that, but I do know that. Like we've played enough games that like I know that. I know that's how Psycho plays games. And I would like Psycho has a lot more hours in Dark Souls 3 than I do. Well, I mean, I don't know how much I played it on console, I suppose. But like on Steam, I think right now I have somewhere between 40 and 50 hours, and then Psycho has like 180. So that could be a factor, but like Psycho also does that when we're playing a game that like they've never played before, like Neo 2 for example. We never finished that playthrough, but like we started that. I think that was like the first game we ever played together outside of Final Fantasy 14, because we met in like a FF14 static. And then I think at one point we started Neo 2. Yeah, we didn't finish that, but even with that, like they don't explore the levels all that much. Like a little bit, but like not too much. Um, which I don't know, it's kind of annoying. It's not annoying enough for me to like have actually said anything to Psycho about this, right? But like I wish we would just look around more, especially now. Like, yeah, maybe playtime has something to do with it. Maybe Psycho's like, oh, I've played so much, Dark Souls 3. I'm not gonna like explore the map. But we're playing an overhaul mod, like we don't know what's over there. Could be something completely different, and a lot of times it kind of is something completely different. But like, oh well, I guess. And fuck, I don't know. I guess that's it. I figured I'd maybe try to make these more often. Just like instead of just making them when I'm depressed, which is always. Um, since I don't have anything new to talk about, in terms of being depressed, I figured I'll just make them when I do have something to talk about. Since voice tweets just aren't coming back. Like, there's no way. And I don't know of any alternatives, other than, I don't know, I guess I could record a video and upload that on Twitter, just pretend it's a voice tweet, just I don't know, like cover my camera or something, or just like put my phone on the desk on something and just talk. I don't know, you know what I mean. I guess I could do that. I'm not going to, but I could. Well, no, I'm definitely not going to, because like Psycho and like some like, I don't know. I don't want like my friends to listen to these, I guess. Right? Well, I mean, I guess if I'm not talking about something depressing, like if I could have made this these VTuber tweets about the songs, if I could have made that a voice tweet, I would. But like if I wanted to talk about something that like relates to Psycho, for example, Psycho follows me. So if I was gonna like talk about this and be like, oh man, Psycho just doesn't explore these levels and it's a little annoying to me, but like, oh well, I'm not gonna put that somewhere where Psycho can like listen. I'll feel bad. Um. And yeah, right. And also like, let's say I had something new to say about like my ex, or Annie, or just some other like fucking woman that I get obsessed with. I don't know if I want them to hear that either, because this is gonna be embarrassing. Even though like I've already tweeted about it a bunch, like they know. Probably. I don't know. I guess it sucks getting to know people on Twitter. Cause yeah, now there's Psycho. There's someone else that I met on Twitter that like me and Psycho have played games with a couple times, called Yuki. Actually, I think I've talked about her before. Um, and then there's Abby. Like, those three people. Since like I'm friends with them, I don't. I don't really want them like seeing like my fucking cringy, depressing tweets. So I just I don't really tweet that stuff all that often anymore. I mean, that could be a lie. That could be a huge lie. I could probably go to my profile right now and I could see that I just lied to you all. Um. Oh, on July 14th. Yeah, okay. I was scrolling through TikTok, and I guess I shouldn't say my ex's name and middle name. But I saw a TikTok by someone, and like their name was my ex's first name and middle name. And like they didn't show themselves in the video. It was just it was a cat. It was a kitten. And I was thinking like this might be her, so I went to their like profile, but it wasn't her. But like it got me a little down, got me a little sad seeing her name out of nowhere. And then before that, I'm assuming I talked about this in my last video, so I'm not going to go over it again. But before that, I was just talking about Dark Cloud 2 and finding the person that like I watched a Dark Cloud 2 playthrough of back in like high school. Yeah, otherwise there's not really any like depressing tweets no more. And yeah, I guess part of it is what I said, like I don't want my friends seeing tweets like that anymore, but like also same thing with the video. There's just nothing new to say. There's nothing new to tweet about. I can't be sad anymore because I don't have anything to be sad about. But I'm still sad. I just feel like I don't have a reason for it anymore. But it just don't go away, you know. Yeah, I guess that's it. I started rereading Shadow Slave. Shadow Slave is so fucking good. I don't know where I stopped before, like 1700 or something. I didn't catch up. God, it's so good. But I guess I'm not that much. I'm not really in the mood to like read a story. I was hoping I would be, but like I don't know. I'm on chapter 7 right now. And I still like it. I still enjoy it, right? Like I'm not reading it and I'm like, oh wow, the story isn't as good as I remember. Like it's peak. Okay, every single chapter peak. I guess I can talk about Shadow Slave a bit. Not too much. I'm not gonna like spoil anything. But I love it. It's hands down my favorite story of all time. I guess I'm gonna keep talking. I should not just keep the game paused. But yeah, I love Shadow Slave. I don't remember how I originally got into like stories like this. I don't think Shadow Slave is considered lit RPG, but like if I never got into lit RPG, I never would have found Shadow Slave. How did I go from the ocean to I bet the cutscene showed me how I got here and I skipped it. But anyways, I think at one point, actually I have no clue. I remember I read Cradle. I didn't finish it. I haven't finished the series. I think at the time there was like 5 or 6 books out, and I read all of those. But then I've just never like continued the series, even though I really liked it. And I should continue. I've tried to reread it a few times over the years. I just never stick with it. But I've read like the first 2 or 3 books, like 4 or 5 times, like trying to reread it, and then I just always end up stopping. Anyways, yeah, I don't know how I originally got into it. It might have something to do with solo leveling. I don't know if maybe I read Cradle and then I wanted more and I found solo leveling, and then that also just led me into other like lit RPG. I don't know if solo leveling is considered lit RPG. I don't exactly know what. Anyways, I'm assuming I probably read solo leveling first. And then I wanted like more stuff like that, and maybe I found Cradle that way. And then after Cradle, I found out about like the Royal Road website. And the first story I ever read on there was Mother of Learning, which was pretty good. I don't know what exactly I read after that. I know one of the first stories I read was Azeroth Healer. I don't know if that was like, I don't know if I read that like right after Mother of Learning or if there was like another story or two in between them. But it was pretty early on. And at the time I found it, like Azeroth Healer was hands down my favorite fucking story ever, you know? And I've read a lot of stories. You know, I used to read a lot back in like middle school and high school. I'd always have a book with me in school. Like every time I'd be in class and I don't have anything to do, like we had homework or whatever, and like I'm done with the assignment, I fucking popped out my book and I just read. And I'd stay up late at night just reading. I used to love reading. I still like reading, I just don't do it nearly as often. But yeah, Azeroth Healer I loved it. But like Azeroth Healer does have low points. at the time I really wanted, and I guess I still kind of wanted, this is my preferred story, I suppose. Like I want a lot of exploration, and I want like a solo MC. I don't know why I want that, but I do. Um, now that I think about it, actually, I don't know if I went straight to Royal Road. I may have read like actual published books, and I got sick of those, and maybe that's how I found Royal Road. Like after Cradle, maybe I went to published books, and I was like, I don't want these anymore. And then I heard about Royal Road. Anyways, I don't know. I think I got sick of those. Maybe that's why I wanted solo MC. Like there was a lot of stories. I remember one specific one. I don't remember what it was called, but there were like interlude books that were actually pretty required for you to like understand what was going on, but like it had nothing to do with the main character. It was like a I don't know if it was necessarily side characters. Like the main character, was in like had like a party. It was like a group of people, a group of friends or whatever, and like these interlude books were focusing on like one of those characters instead of like the main character, but like you had to read them, and I just didn't want to. Where am I going? Do I go down here? Nope. Yeah, so I guess maybe that's why I want a solo character. Because I was fucking sick. I hate multiple POVs as well. I don't know why. But I guess it's the same reason. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's move on. Azure and Theater was amazing. Is amazing. It has some low points. Like from what I remember of Shadow Slave as of right now, I don't remember a single low point. I loved everything I've read about that story. But Azure and Healer did have some low points. Like, slight spoiler, I suppose. I'm not going to say any names or anything. But at one point, the main character has a friend who has some, like, family die. Like, they were, like, murdered by some people. And so she, like, wants to help out this friend. And, like, it's, like, this whole arc. And I just really didn't like that for some reason. I don't know what it was about that arc specifically, but that was a low point for me, and I actually stopped reading once I got to that. Like I took a break for like 2 or 3 months, and then I came back to the story. So yeah, like Azure and Healer has some low points. At one point, maybe somewhere around chapter 400 or 500, because it has like 900 chapters, because it is a finished story. I feel like it got to a high point and then it kind of stayed there, like it stayed high for me. It was really good. But like Shadow Slave, like I think it starts strong and then like it stays strong all the way through. I know some people don't agree with me, because the first time I was reading it, there's a part somewhat early on. I don't know if it's necessarily early on, because it might be like over 100 chapters in. Well, there's like 2100 chapters right now, so I guess 100 is pretty early in. I don't know. There's a flashback sequence, because like it does a time skip, and then it does a flashback to the time it skipped like pretty soon after, which seems kind of I don't actually know why the author did that, but whatever. I was reading comments like right before the time skip, or maybe the first chapter of the time skip. I mean of the flashback, and people like did not like it apparently. At least on the website I was reading it, they're like, just skip this, go to this chapter, and like, you're not gonna fucking miss anything. You don't even need anything that happens in these chapters. And so I was pretty nervous going into it. I was like, oh man, like this is long. There's a lot of chapters that they told me to skip, and it's not gonna be very good. That sucks. I'm not gonna like this. But it was peak. There was nothing wrong with it, and I was like, these guys scared me. These guys almost made me fucking miss this. I almost fucking skipped it. But now, uh-oh. Wait, let me out. I'm dead. Okay. But now that I'm rereading it, if I actually do keep rereading it, maybe if I get to that point again and I'm reading it again, maybe I'll agree. Maybe I'll be like, hey, you know what? Maybe those guys had a point. Maybe I don't like this. But I don't think so. I think I'm gonna like it. Um. Oops. That might be it. That might be good. I just really like Shadow Slave. I thought it was great. Um. Fuck. I don't want to talk about spoilers. Not that like anyone fucking watches these videos. I guess my last one got a few views, and a dislike. Fucking haters, man. They hate to see me talking about Dark Cloud 2. anyways, um, yeah, I just don't want to spoil it, even though I do want to talk about it. Like, it's very sad where I was. I thought, just like the whole like situation. I I assume it's gotten better. I assume it's gotten a bit happier, but like I don't know. Maybe not. And also, to be honest, romance kind of ruins stories for me. I don't know why. Not every story. Like I like the romance in Cradle. I guess if it's like a really slow burn, not like a slow burn. I don't know what people consider a slow burn, but like if it happens over, like if characters meet and then fall in love over the course of a single book, I think that's like way too fast for me, to be honest. But like if it happens over multiple books, then that's fine. And like Shadow Slave, it's really fucking slow, like really really fucking slow. But like I really like it. Like the times when something's happening, it's like this shit's so fucking cute. I like this. Um, and Cradle too as well. Like I guess that was slow, but like the times some things did happen, I thought it was cute. But that was only in like the first 5 or 6 books. I don't know if anything ever like continued, right? Um, yeah, what was I saying? I usually don't like romance, but Shadow Slave is good. And yeah, I don't know. I really want to like read it. I want to finish it, even though it's not finished. So I don't want to finish it. I know like some people don't like, especially like on Royal Road, for example. When a story gets popular, it kind of just feels like it goes forever. Like it never ends. And some people don't like that. They want an ending. They just put the story out of its misery. Just end it. I don't want that. I want a story that goes forever. I don't want Shadow Slave to end. I want to read it for the rest of my life. Anyways, I'm ending it here. I yeah, I'm ending it here. I think 33 minutes. Wow. Also, sorry, I probably should have said this at the beginning. Sorry if you can hear my fan. I assume you can. It's very hot in here. Fans like right next to me, blowing on me. Might be annoying. I don't know how obvious it is, but my fault. But it's so fucking hot. I hate summer. We should get rid of summer. We know like all these rich people. These secret leaders of our society, whatever the fuck. I don't know what they say, but they can control the weather. Okay, so why don't they control the weather to get rid of the summer? And you know what? Get rid of spring too while we're at it, okay? And make like the entire year just fall and winter. Okay? That would actually be much better. That'd be much more enjoyable for everyone around the world. Okay? No one would disagree with me. No one likes summer, no one likes spring. Everyone loves fall. Everyone loves winter. It's just a win for everyone. So I think those weather controllers, those weather people should get on that. Anyways. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. Yeah.